16 years ago, I was sitting in a rehab facility called Park, right here in Spring Branch, Hammerly and Gester. I was addicted to cocaine, Xanax, and I was drinking every day. I was a suicidal drug addict. The feds had arrested me. I was facing trial. I went from having a lot of money to being dead broke. My life was ruined. My marriage was broken. My family was hurting. And if I'm honest, I was an absolute disgrace. I'd been a Christian at that time for 8 years, but I was living in a system of religion. I thought I had to do for God to take the addiction away. I thought I had to work to take the addiction away. I thought I had to earn God's grace to forgive me for what I'd done. I thought I had to earn mercy. I thought I had to do things for God to give me the miracle of getting rid of this addiction. I didn't have money, so I put the bill on a credit card that I'd never paid, by the way. I filed bankruptcy a few months later. And I was 3 days in a detox, and they made me go to an AA meeting, and I found myself in a room full of broken people like myself. I found myself in a room of honesty where a bunch of dudes in there, it was all men, and all the men were struggling with the similar things. They were all struggling with addiction, whether it was cocaine like me or others just alcohol, some of them heroin, and all this messiness in there. But you know what else I saw? I saw some honesty. I saw men getting up. I saw a 19-year-old kid get up and say, I don't know what I want out of life, but what I want is I don't ever want to drink again. And that rocked me. And so I got up and I realized that, man, I'm powerless to this drug, and I need to get up and do something. And they gave me a little chip. And this chip doesn't have very much power unless you believe in God. Because throughout the whole thing was, the theme was God, God, God. And so I took this chip and I said, I've known God. Why have I been afraid to talk to him? And I took that chip and I went into the atrium and I sat on a park bench under a tree on a bright sunny day in June and had a conversation with God. Finally, an honest conversation with the Lord. And I said, God, I know you, Lord. I know that you gave your life for my sins. I know what you've done. I know what your word says, and I believe every word your word says. But I'm embarrassed, Lord. I've been carrying the shame for the things I've done to myself, for the things I've done to my wife, for the things I've done to my family, for the things I've done to others. That day, you know what I did? I filled my heart to the brim with faith in Jesus. And I said, you know what? I don't know what life holds for me. But if you take this addiction from me, if you relieve me, if you cast this demonic stronghold that I have over my life, I will do whatever it is you tell me to do. To the brim. See, God works when we go and we say, you know what? I don't want anything else, but I want to know God. And I filled him to the brim in my heart. That day, I felt hope like I had never felt before. And the reason we're standing here at 2355 Bingo in Houston, Texas, in the heart of Houston, is because I told God, whatever you tell me to do, I will do. And apparently he wanted me to come right back to the place he took me and consecrated me and bring life and hope to it by sharing his message. That's it. An extraordinary God, and his name is Jesus, turned an ordinary life into a walking, breathing, living miracle.